Hey guys, I wanted to tell you a little bit about an artist from the past who is obviously no longer with us. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about him and his process and his art. And this is Piet Mondrian. He died in 1944, and he is a pretty famous abstract artist. Who is Piet Mondrian? Piet Mondrian is a Dutch person, which means he's just from the Netherlands. And he's an artist known for his abstract painting. Okay, abstract art is art that is does not like show anything that's recognizable, such as people, objects, or landscapes. Instead, artists use colors, shapes, and textures to achieve their effect. So, like, he didn't draw a painting of, his mom or whatever, and he did these other things that create maybe feelings or are really interesting to look at, but don't necessarily have a clear subject. This is an example of one of his abstract pieces called Composition with Yellow, Blue, and Red. If you look these up, his paintings up, you'll notice that this is pretty much the same title over and over again. Sometimes the order of the colors change, and sometimes he gives them numbers, but this composition with blah, blah, blah kind of keeps going on for a lot of his paintings. Mondrian thought carefully about where to place the lines and color blocks in his paintings. He didn't just draw a grid and throw color in there. Notice how the red, yellow, and blue are placed and how much space is left white in his painting. He lets the blank space play a major role in the composition of his paintings, using that white space to create a more interesting look. And then Mondrian often uses color and composition in this way. Okay, we've talked about this word composition before. A composition is the arrangement of shapes or images or objects in a picture frame, like in a picture plane. So the picture plane would be these four sides. So composition is how things are arranged inside this space. Here's another example. Like I said, the name of this painting is Composition C, number 3. So he's tried this particular style 3 times probably. And the order of the colors changes just a little bit. It continues with this title until in the future, closer to the end of his career, he kind of dropped the black lines and started using only the color blocks, but still in this kind of grid-like pattern. This one's called Broadway Boogie Woogie, and every time I see it, I kind of see a city, see stoplights and flashing road signs and flashing signs on buildings. I'm kind of 100% sure that's kind of where this came from, but I forget, to be very honest, guys. You can look it up, and I would love for you to do that. Just Google Broadway Boogie Woogie by Piet Mondrian, and you can learn a little bit more about this one. What color scheme is Mondrian using? So let's look back at these. Broadway Boogie Woogie, Composition C, Composition Yellow, Blue, and Red. What color scheme does he stick with? A, secondary, B, cool, C, analogous, or D, primary? Think about it. If you guess primary, you are correct. Primary are those colors we've talked about since the very beginning, back when you were probably really little in kindergarten. Red, blue, and yellow. Those are I like to think of them as the first colors, because from them, every other color in the universe is created. We would not have any other colors without these primary, very important colors. I want you to think about all of the color schemes that we talked about for our shoe design last week. We talked about warm, cool, complementary, analogous, monochromatic. And this is the assignment this week. I want you to draw a composition, a grid composition like Mondrian did. Okay, so the first step is begin by drawing your grid composition. Use a straight edge. This could be a book, a notebook, a calendar. It doesn't matter. Anything with a straight edge that will go all the way across your paper will work. Or if you have a ruler, that's perfect. Decide on a color scheme from one of the ones that we used for our shoe design. So again, what did we use for our shoe design? We used warm, cool, complementary, analogous, or monochromatic. So I want you to pick one of those color schemes. One color scheme. Number 3, use that color scheme to paint or color. This could be with watercolor paint, liquid paint. You could use markers, crayons, colored pencils, oil pastels, anything that you have. And fill in the blocks that you have chosen on your grid. Remember how thoughtful Mondrian was about this process. He used the blank space and the colored spaces to make his compositions more interesting. So I want you to emulate what Mondrian did in this way. I'm going to put up more detailed instructions on my Google Classroom with a document for you to submit your finished artwork. And there will be a quick demonstration video of me doing one of these myself on YouTube. So get to work on that, and I can't wait to see them. I hope that I see a lot turned into me. I'm not seeing as much as I would like, so get to work on submitting those. It's really easy. You just insert them into the document.